Welcome to Games Overboard. I'm PJ.
I'm Dan. What?
I was just waiting for you to say something.
Like what? I introduced myself?
Yeah.
What more do you want of me?
I don't know.
This is infuriating.
Yeah. It is.
Who's eating?
I don't know what she said.
I don't even know what she said. I heard wah, 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 wah. What is it?
They're chocolate wafer cookies.
Oh,
They're
those.
German. No.
It's a Nutter bar with chocolate on it.
No. Because you always crunch in the microphone and then people can hear it and it sounds awful.
Oh, it's terrible.
They're kind of stale.
No, they're not. That's why it's
Yeah, they're brand new.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't like it.
in my mouth.
I just want everyone to know I'm very sad. Because
Why?
by the time this episode airs, Season 2 of Yellow Jackets will be over.
Mm-hmm.
The entirety of Succession will be over.
Mm-hmm.
The entirety of Barry will be over.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sad. I'd ask how you feel about this, but A, you haven't seen any of them. B, your mouth is full.
He got a cookie. He's
And
happy.
C, he'll still be trying to finish that cookie.
Well, I'm sorry you have nothing left to watch.
And there's a writer's strike, so I really don't have anything to watch.
To be honest, there's really nothing good to watch.
Well, not anymore. There was. There were 3 good shows.
I'm saying after this.
Yeah.
Unless you want to watch Yellowstone and be completely grossed out within the first 30 seconds like Angie.
Oh, really? I hear it's really good.
Yeah, me
Though
too.
they're ending it because Kevin Costner is a douchebag.
Not
At the end
surprised.
of the first episode, he's in an accident. He has to shoot a horse.
Oh no, not that.
Dinner
Just make it into meatballs.
It's horrible.
and glue.
Oh, that's with the hooves.
Yeah.
The rest turn into meatballs.
We're getting faces like
Good.
like we're terrible people or something.
Aren't we?
To quote our old history teacher, you look at those animals, you don't see anything looking back at you. There's just a vacant mind.
I forgot about that.
How you forget about that?
I've heard and seen a lot of things, PJ.
Anyways, what are we playing today?
All right, so today what are we playing? I forgot the name. Hold on.
Seriously, you just played it.
Doesn't mean I remember the name of it. Everdell. That's what it is. Everdell.
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 So Everdell, designed by James Wilson. It is a worker placement game.
Yes, a strict worker placement game. There is
Yes.
nothing else. And this is honestly the first time I've ever played a strict worker placement game.
Yeah. What do you think of it?
I think it went too fast.
This one is, compared to other worker placement games, like this one does go by pretty darn
But
fast.
that's okay because you really see the risk-reward side of everything pretty quick.
Yeah.
And even though I lost, dick, I didn't lose by much.
Yeah. What was 4 points?
Yeah.
Almost?
Would have been only like 2 if you didn't give me a damn skunk.
Yep.
Dick.
You're welcome. So,
You know, I got to go take a tomato bath after this, thanks to that.
that's right.
Yeah.
We'll get into all that, I'm sure.
Yeah. We'll get
But so the way worker placement games play, for people who don't know, is there are objectives you want to accomplish. Those objectives require things. And for example, here they're like, if you want to build a farm, you need 2 sticks and 1 resin. So you have these little wooden meeple like tokens.
I wouldn't even call these meeple. These aren't meeple.
Yeah,
These
they're
are
just
like
animals.
creatures.
Yeah, little wooden animals.
What were you
And,
again? What the hell?
turtles.
Is this? That's
It's
a
a turtle.
turtle.
Is it the birthday
It's a
turtle?
turtle.
It is the birthday turtle. For those of you who don't know, the birthday turtle is kind of like the Easter bunny, but comes on your birthday, and usually it's slow because he doesn't have a lot of money.
Yep. But so to get sticks, you just find a place on the board that has sticks, and you put your little animal on that spot, and you get the sticks. And then on your next turn, you do the same thing for the resin, and now you have enough to build the thing you want to build. So worker placement games are really straightforward in that regard.
Oh, very.
At least the basic ones. You can get pretty complex from what I've heard. I haven't played any of the really complex ones. There's one called Anachrony where you can borrow resources from the future, and then you have to like pay them back.
Is
later.
that like an annuity?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. Like, you know, you jump into the future and like get stuff that you need, and then if you know, you have to like make sure you pay it back. And so there's like all this weird time manipulation stuff you have to do on the board.
Interesting. You know, here in the real world, we just call that loans.
Yeah. It's more than that too, but you know, there are games that involve loans, which are interesting.
Is it called the game of life, PJ?
The one thing I love about this is that when you build the farm, then for a free turn, like you can get a husband or a wife to work on the farm, which I love.
You don't have to spend any resources on that or anything. That's really neat.
Yeah,
I got that. Ha 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 ha.
yep. If the other one would have popped up, like the wife can then get the husband.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I was reading that on the card. So these things are very
yeah. Worker placement games are so straightforward.
very simple and straightforward.
Yeah. I need stones, so I'm just gonna go to the place where the stones are and get one.
Now, the artwork on this is really cool. Even the board is really neat.
Mm-hmm.
It's not big. It's not overly big.
Yeah.
It's but of course this is just this. Now you were telling me about the expansions which make this board bigger.
Yes, a lot bigger.
Oh boy. But you've got a tree at the top which has your change of seasons from your spring, summer to autumn.
Which essentially is a round counter.
Yeah, and then you've got your extra goals that you can go after, which we kept going for these goals and could never get a damn one. And I was like, right off the bat, I already had half of what I needed for one goal, and I could never get that other piece of the goal.
Yep. So, yeah, speaking of artwork and all that, let's just jump right into components here and say that if you look up the cover of this box, that's the quality of artwork.
The artwork on this game is great. These cards are, I mean, they're really nice. They don't feel as thick as some of the other games we've played.
Yeah, Root has much thicker cardstock, for example.
But these are nice and glossy. I mean, these look like a really nice deck of playing cards. And, of course, the artwork on it is really great. On the artwork, the back of these cards have a badger with a staff, kind of like a walking stick, and a mouse next to him over a bridge.
Yep.
And it's exactly what you see on the front of the box too. And it's just,
as I drop the box.
Yes, he drops the box. It's really great. Mm-hmm. All of these character designs that you see and building designs look really neat. They're things that you can tell, that was just cobbled together from nature. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the idea of the game is you are forest critters and you're building a city in the forest, and you're trying to make the best city. You know, like my city was 4 points, whatever that means, better than Dan's.
Should have only been 2. No, you had to give me the fool.
Yep. Yeah, I sent a skunk into his city.
Dick.
So
I shouldn't have given you that.
2 points.
I shouldn't have given you. I should have kept that and then given it to you at the end.
You're welcome.
But what also is really neat is you do have other points of interest that you can go and get points if you have
these nice cardboard tokens.
Yeah, if you have the right amount of particular
card suits.
Card suits. I was gonna say buildings, but card suits is better.
Yeah,
and yeah, they're really good. Those are really good quality cardboard pieces. I mean, they're as thick as the board itself.
Yep,
and that's pretty thick. And these, now you said you ended up getting the deluxe edition, right?
Yeah, I got the collector's
Addiction.
The collector's edition.
Well, I mean, collecting is an addiction.
I got the collector's edition by accident. So I had it on my wish list and got it as a Christmas present. And this is like $20 more than the standard one, and they just shipped the wrong one. So
oh well,
I'll take it.
And these pieces are great. So the resin, these resin pieces are, of course, amber in color, and they're just plastic.
Yep.
Just plastic little chunks
like
of
the berries.
plastic. The berries are
This
pretty
like
neat.
weird, like rubbery
Yeah.
texture. They're squishy.
Of course, the rocks look like smoothed over stones, and of course, you've got your sticks here, which are just little plastic logs.
Yeah. People now there are complaints about that because they just roll all over the place, and I think there's with the newest version of the game, which was a big box of all the expansions, there's like an extra branch that sticks off the twigs, so they don't roll around.
Over. Yeah. Now, the one thing that you got in here that I thought was really cool in your edition here is you get metal coins. Of course, these coins are points.
Yep.
And they feel nice. I mean, like, this is the kind of stuff I like to see in more games. That nice metal piece that...
Shannon's laughing at us.
Oh, hush up, you two. It's got a nice weight to it, and when you flop it to the ground, yeah, you can... Yeah, there you go. Ah, I love that sound. Are they laughing at us still?
Yeah.
Yeah,
always.
okay. Well,
Always.
to you two,
They
ladies.
think they turned the Xbox off, but they didn't.
Fun, does it work?
And of course, your characters, your woodland meeples.
Workers, yeah.
Of course, they're made out of wood, and each one is shaped after whatever critters you have. Of course, PJ had the turtles. Not the ninja ones, though. They're just the regular turtles.
I could paint little head paints on
God,
them.
no. Why did I even give you the idea? I had the squirrels, and what else is there?
They're mice, rats, and porcupines.
Yeah, there you go. So that's pretty cool. I mean, and this goes up to, what is it, just 4 players?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And really, that's something we'll get into for what doesn't work, is there's a reason for that. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Something I don't know.
Yeah, you might have gathered it.
Most likely, just by playing
it. But anyways, yeah, so the components, like, there's nothing cheap about this game. There's nothing bad in terms of component quality, other than the twigs roll.
I didn't.
A lot.
I wasn't bothered by it.
Yeah, even that, like, it's not a big deal.
That's like a nitpicky
really isn't
thing.
a big deal. Otherwise, there is nothing to complain about component-wise about this game.
No, and what's really neat is there's so much on the board for you to do.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, there are so many options.
There's always some way that you can gather points or you can, further your goals here, which is really neat. Not a lot of games have that where...
But it's also a nice balance of...
Oh, yeah.
Like, you could easily block me from getting what I want, so I have to go somewhere else.
Exactly, but you'll still get something.
Yeah. Oh, and in terms of artwork, like, this is probably the best looking game I own. I can't think of any other games that we've played so far that look better. Just in terms of quality of artwork.
Besides, I just forgot the name of it. Birds.
Wingspan,
thank
I
you.
was just gonna say that.
Besides Wingspan, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, Wingspan's a contender.
Wingspan has gorgeous artwork.
Yeah, and every single card is different in Wingspan. Where there are copies, there are
Yeah,
duplicates
you do
in
have
this deck.
duplicates in this stack.
So that is something.
But the artwork on this is still top notch.
Yeah, I prefer this to Wingspan too.
Like art or all around?
Art-wise, style-wise.
Yeah.
Game-wise, it depends on the mood.
I mean, it's different.
Yeah.
It's definitely different from anything we played.
Both are very calm games, like very relaxing.
Yeah.
So that's something that is very similar between all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So what works? What doesn't work? Start with what works.
So what works? Like all worker placement and gathering games, It's super simple to learn. The rules are very
I taught this
easy.
to you in like, what, 2 minutes?
Yeah, 2 minutes, and I was like, oh, so it's mainly okay.
Yeah. If you want sticks, you go to the stick
Go to the
place.
stick pile. You want rocks? Go to the rock pile. You want resin? Go to the resin pile.
Once you have enough to make the thing, you make the thing.
You build it, and again, like all other really nice games, there's a little rule booklet here. If you don't know what to do next, bam, it's right there. It's all spelled out.
Yeah. What works for me is...
What do you got here? What do you got here?
Hey, it's the
That
full...
Damn skunk.
What works for me is the theme. Like, the easiest, if you've never played a worker placement game, the easiest one to start with is Lords of Waterdeep. That's the one that Shanna and I started on. And it's the easiest game in the world to learn because you're given a card of an objective.
Mm-hmm.
And the theme of that game is you're Lords of Waterdeep from D&D,
Okay.
and you're building adventuring parties and sending them out.
Okay.
Now the problem is there's no theme to that game. You're just collecting colored blocks and then cashing in those blocks for points. That's it. No one says, like in that game, like orange is warriors. No one says, "Oh, I need 2 warriors because I went to that spot." Everyone just says, I need 2 orange.
I didn't realize it was a D&D game until you just said that. And because there's nothing that's D&D, like there's nothing about that's D&D.
See?
Yeah,
There's no
Waterdeep,
theme.
Like I know the name, but it's such a common like phrase. I didn't even think D&D. Wow.
Yeah.
In my mind, it was officially blown.
Yeah. So, this game, though, everything feels right. You know, like, if you're gonna get people in your town, you need berries.
Right, you need
if
to
you're
feed 'em.
gonna build a castle, you need stone. If you're gonna make a farm, you need sticks.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it
it's
all
very
just
well
makes
thought out.
sense.
It's very well thought out.
The fool is a skunk, and he gives you -2 points at the end of the game.
Dick.
If you get a theater, if you build a theater, then you can get a bard for free to come to your town and live there.
Right. Same if you get a cemetery, you get the undertaker.
Yeah, or the school brings in a
The
teacher.
teacher, yes. I took full advantage of that one.
Yep. So, like, everything is so easy to explain and teach because of that, you know?
And a lot of the stuff is right there on the cards, too. You know, much like the last game that you and I played, Root.
Mm-hmm.
What you need to know is right there on the card for you.
Yeah.
It'll
Root and
tell
Clank, both the last 2 games that we reviewed
Yeah.
are like that.
It tells you. What do you need to do? Oh, it's right there.
It's
It's
literally,
spelled out for you.
Yeah.
What didn't work for you?
So now this is the big thing about how you said 4-player max limit. Look at how we're seated right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we are here, opposite sides
Of the table.
of the table, and we're sitting at a 6-foot long by 3-foot wide plastic table, and we're on the long side facing each other. Right to our left is nothing, because that's where all of our cards went.
Right.
To the right is the board, because we can't put it in the middle because there's a tree. If we play with 3 people, someone could sit here at the end of the table or at the head of the table.
Right.
I know the phrase. There's not enough footprint. Is that the word?
Yeah, there's too big of a footprint for it. Yeah.
I use
So-
the gaming term.
So
High five me, Andy.
while the game has great presence with this tree, the 4th player is going to be sitting behind the tree.
Kind of poking through. What's going on, guys? What happened? What happened?
So a lot of people just don't use the tree. They just have this middle piece where the cards go, and they just have that laying flat on the board.
Oh, that's boring.
Yeah. But I mean, what else are you gonna do?
We could have them suspended from the ceiling like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible.
Excellent.
Dun, 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 dun. No?
I thought you were just gonna keep going.
I could if you want me to. Dun-dun-dun!
Oh my.
Ha-ha!
So anyways, the tree. That is a big issue. The other issue that you already said is, do you think the deck... Shannon's gonna laugh at this. Do you think the deck is too big?
Women will tell you there's no such thing as a big deck, but sometimes you can have just a little too big of a deck. Oh, she's holding it in.
We're getting confused looks.
She's holding
back
it in.
then. You're getting confused looks. Back
I always get confused looks. That's kind of like the default mode for most people when they contact me.
But anyways, we've
I
because
think
we didn't achieve any of the 4 objectives because the cards.
no, because we didn't get to
come
the
up.
cards. Like I only came across the cemetery in my last turn.
Yeah.
Because that was buried so far down.
Mhm.
I think the deck is just a little bit too big.
And there's no way to cull those meadow cards,
Right.
You know,
I mean,
get through the
sometimes
deck
you
faster.
can, but it all depends on what you have in your town. I was
Yeah.
able to do it with the Undertaker, but that would cost me something.
and that wasn't until end game.
Exactly, and I didn't even get to do that until the end.
So that's another issue. Is sometimes That's again why this game needs to be approached as a calming type game, because if you're going to win, then you're gonna get annoyed.
Oh yeah, I was
because
getting
you
pissed
can't
off.
get the cards that you need. So you have to approach it with a certain mindset of I'm just gonna play some cards and see what happens,
Yep.
Because I mean we didn't even get through half the deck.
Yeah, I mean that was the only thing. It frustrated me. It did, and I still had a good time with it. But yeah, just going, oh, I need that one card.
Whole time, every time a new card came out in the meadow, we're like, maybe.
Is this what we need? No,
It's another farm.
Well, I was going after that. Which one were you going after?
Oh, what was I going after? The Monastery and the Wanderer. Because I had a Wanderer.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I just needed, and it sucked because I even had the barge, and also needed was that damn barge toad, and the little bastard never showed up.
I wonder how far down we would have had to go.
I don't know.
To the barge toad, because there are a lot of barge toads in this deck.
Oh, are there?
Yeah.
Man, I got screwed.
The husband, the chapel, the miner mole, the mine. We didn't get any mines. There are a ton of mines in this deck,
No.
too.
Oh, here's the judge.
We were looking for him.
Yeah, that's another one that we needed. Here's the architect.
Wow. They were really buried.
The inn. Did you find them?
No.
The clock tower, which we had I think once or twice already. The peddler. My God.
Where the heck is the
this
barge?
guy?
Barge toad.
Fairgrounds, crane, farm. Oh, lookout. That's a new one.
There's one.
Oh, how far down was that?
Well, look at how much is left.
Holy
there.
crap.
That's 2/3 of the deck.
Yeah.
3/4 maybe. No, 2/3.
2/3. Damn you, barge toad! I needed you. You failed me. Yeah, that's the only thing I wouldn't say doesn't work, but that's the one thing that can be
A turn off.
yes,
Yeah.
definitely. But unlike a lot of worker placement games that we've played, in order for you to get more workers, normally you have to spend resources to get them. In the ones that we've played,
you have to
Scythe,
buy them. Yeah.
you have to
Champions of Midgard does that
Right.
too.
And this is one that was really neat. What I liked about it was you didn't have to do that. It was when you were done, you can't do anything else. You go into a new season, and when you do a new season, you get a new worker.
Yeah.
That was pretty neat. That
Yeah.
it progresses you without you really having to do anything except sacrifice the fact that whatever you wanted to get done this season, if you didn't get it done, you don't get it done.
Yeah.
That
And
goes
that's
to the
actually
next
something we
season.
should talk about is Lords of Waterdeep, for example. Everyone starts with 2 workers.
Mm-hmm.
And so everyone plays out their 2 workers. And then at the end of those 2 rounds, everyone just takes their workers back, and then round 2 starts. And
Okay, Scythe is pretty much the same way. So this is
and that's how most worker
placements are. This
go.
is pretty different.
That's how Dune Imperium runs
Yeah.
too.
So this one is you still take your turns, but I may have to be done because I don't have anything else I can do. I'm all out of workers. I have no buildings I can build. I have no resources left.
Yep.
So
you'll move into round 2
Right,
and
exactly.
get your next worker.
where you could still be in your first round.
Yeah.
And that could be detrimental to me in the end, because even though I'm one step ahead, you're getting
I'm doing more things.
You're getting more points. You're getting more resources, more buildings
Yeah.
out there on the board.
So I think that is incredibly clever.
That is.
There's another game called Raiders of the North Sea, another strict worker placement game. But what they do is, so, like, let's just put one of your mice, like, here.
You mean squirrels?
Squirrels, yeah. So let's just say I take my turtle, put it here. I get the stuff at the spot that I just took.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't have any workers in my hand. So I take this worker from another spot and the stuff that's at that spot, too. And now, on my next turn, I have a worker that I can put down, get the thing, and then take another worker, get that thing. Isn't that a really cool design?
What about my stuff?
Well, then, on your turn, you're going to do the same thing.
Well,
Because
I'm gonna steal?
everyone has one worker. And so,
Mm-hmm.
you just, like, put it down, get a thing, and then take
I
a
can
worker
take-
from somewhere.
Interesting.
Yeah, then you would take, like...
Interesting.
Because all the workers are shared.
Ah,
So-
okay. That's
Yeah.
pretty neat.
So, that's just a really cool design.
That is a pretty
and
cool design.
take to it, where you don't have to wait to collect all your people and everything. You just
Yeah.
it just keeps going.
And this one I like it. You can go at your own pace, but be careful
Yeah.
of that pace.
Yep.
Let me back my squirrel.
Another really neat one is Charterstone, which
Mm-hmm.
is from Stonemaier Games.
Of course.
And it's a legacy game.
Ooh.
So there are very few places on the map at first. And as you get more resources, you can buy new buildings and there's stickers that you put down on the map. And so now you're permanently like adding these buildings to the map of new places you can go to. But
Okay.
you have two workers to start with, as most worker placements are. And so you put a worker placement or a worker down, you get the thing. But then someone can put a worker at your spot and kick you out. So you get that worker back.
Oh, okay.
But if no one kicks you out, you have to spend a whole turn to collect all your workers. So you kind of want people to kick you out of your spot so you get that guy back and don't lose a turn.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah. So I do like the way this one is, how it maintains that flow of, as long as you can keep playing cards and spending resources and stuff, you don't have
Yeah,
to
your
you
turn's
don't have
not
to end
done.
your turn yet. Yeah.
Yeah. That is pretty neat. This might be one of our shorter ones, to be honest. I really don't have a whole lot left to say on it.
Yeah. I mean, really, yeah. So here, the only difference between this collector's version and the standard retail are these cardboard
okay.
tokens.
So you got the
and
cardboard
occupied tokens for the cards, and a little expansion deck for some extra cards.
I mean, even these aren't that bad. That's a really thick card stock there for your tokens. Both of them.
yeah.
Again,
So-
the same thickness as the board itself, so that's really good.
And considering it's like $20 extra, like, you don't need the collector's version.
No.
If it accidentally gets sent to you, awesome,
Take
great. You got some cool metal coins and stuff, but
Yeah.
you really don't need it for this game, because everything else, all the really cool squishy berries and the resin tokens and everything, like, they come
That's standard.
in the game. Yeah.
Well, that is pretty cool. So I guess we're down to our favorite moments.
Favorite moments.
I know what your favorite moment is, Dick.
Well, before we get into the favorite moments, solo mode.
Oh, there's a solo mode on this.
There is. There are two, actually. There's a new expansion that comes out that has like a better AI system that you can play against.
Okay.
Otherwise, you go against Rugwort, the rat,
Okay.
and what he does is he will just block places along the board. And it's the same places every time, so you kind of can guess where he's going to go next and things like that. But then you have this gigantic 8-sided die.
It's a huge piece of die.
You
Holy crap.
roll it, and that tells you which card from the meadow is going to be taken out and
Okay.
replaced. So it simulates someone
taking that card.
yeah, taking those cards off the
Okay.
board. And it goes into his little tableau that he's building of cards of the same suit. And because he's going to be taking these events these special tokens that are worth points as well.
Okay.
So you're trying to beat his score.
Right. Okay. That's pretty cool.
So I've played this game solo quite a bit because it's just a nice thing to just chill to. Just play some cards and drop some workers down on a board. So, and there's a digital version.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, an app version, which is really well done.
That seems to be the popular thing for these right now.
Yeah, because this one, like, when you pick up your worker, it's like this hand grabs them by the scruff of the neck, and they're, like, kind of swinging, and you drop them on a spot.
Oh, that's
cool. Yeah, that's really
take a
fun.
look at that.
But yeah, so favorite moments.
Favorite moment would for me have to be finally getting that stupid cemetery so I could put down my Undertaker and not have to waste anything on him. Well, that and getting the school and getting the teacher.
Yeah,
as buildings. That's really neat to see that.
The first time you can like get a card
for free. That's really neat because you're like, oh my god,
I did
now
something.
I can do this, and it didn't cost me anything. Now I can continue with my turn, or I can do this and continue my plan to build this up.
Yep, I had mine. Well, there was obviously giving you the full, which was so fun, but
you're such a jerk.
Before that, I finally got a farm, and I'm like, oh, all I need is some resin, and I can build this farm. And then you put your worker down and get some resin. I'm like, oh no, what's he doing? And so I build my farm right after you build yours, and then you took the wife.
I took the wife because it was my turn.
But yeah, it's little things like that just make this game shine.
That was pretty fun. All around, though, what would you say for this game?
I definitely recommend it if you are into like chill games and stuff like that. I very much recommend this game. If you like solo games too, like this is a great solo worker placement game. I can't think of a better one.
I'm gonna have to definitely recommend this game. Even though that was so annoying, couldn't get that one card. But even so, like it doesn't feel like you're rushing against a clock or rushing against an opponent. Because there were times where I was looking at my town and going, my town's better than yours. Ha ha. And then a few seconds later, you go, crap. This town's better than mine. How can I change that? That looks like a nice building.
Yeah, or like looking down, like, I only have 4 cards in my town. And then suddenly it's like, oh, my town has 10 cards. When did that happen?
Where did that come from? But yeah, it's got a nice chill pace. It is definitely something that you can play without being super competitive about anything.
Yeah. And it's a game where, like, you could play this open-handed first couple rounds to show people how to play. Mm-hmm. All cards on the table, and just walk people through. Like, oh, you have this card. All you need is 2 sticks to build it. So just do that. So this could be a game to introduce to mom and dad. And have them play it.
Definitely. It's funny because bringing that up, a game to play with mom and dad. I remember playing games with my parents that were nothing like we have today. Monopoly, Risk, and then you've got this stuff that we have today, which goes far and beyond anything we could even have thought of when we were growing up.
Oh yeah. It's all thanks to Catan for that, really.
Oh yeah,
Catan and just advances in production.
Wow, that's a fun game too.
Yeah.
We
finally got a copy of it.
I know. That was actually my first worker placement game.
Yeah, that's just more Euro. There's not so much worker placement in it.
The resources, resource gathering. That was interesting. I played it once and fell in love.
Yeah, I played it once when I was in the 8th grade at Knoebels, a theme park. In a pavilion outside. And I'm like, this is the coolest game in the world. But
It's a fun game.
yeah, and that was back in like 2000 I played it. And now I finally have a copy.
Sorry, I'm just thinking of American Beauty. What's that outside?
What year was it?
I can't remember if it was 78 or 79.
Something like that. Pontiac Firebird, the car I always wanted. Now I have it.
I rule.
Oh, man.
Say what you want about Kevin Spacey. He was phenomenal in that.
Yep.
So I think that pretty much wraps this up for tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice quick episode there.
Yeah. All right.
I just wanted to put another awkward silence.
Oh my god.
Just for fun. Yeah, like that.
Yeah. That was a good one.
Oh, boy.
So hey, once again, everybody who's listening out there, if you want to hear specific things from us, you got a specific game you're interested in or you want us to play, get our thoughts on, email us, let us know what you guys think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course, if you have anything else you want to hear from us, any new content ideas.
Yeah. I do have an idea when October rolls around.
Ooh.
I want to do 1 year look backs
All right.
to the game we played like a year.
I like that.
Yeah.
I also think there's an oldie but goodie that needs to be played around that time
Oh,
too.
absolutely. We Shannon and I talked about that last week's episode.
All right.
So, Nightmare.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're gonna have to get Jared in here so I'm not the maggot.
I bet he'd come up for that.
I hope he does.
I dropped a turtle.
I see this. Poor turtle. Oh my god.
No,
Oh no, Mr. Turtle. All right, everybody.
Found him.
Oh my god.
We're good. I got the turtle. So coming out down the pipeline, we have Godzilla and Fallout yet to
Yep, to go
review.
over. We'll have to delve a little deeper into Fallout to get a
Yeah, we're gonna
Better.
definitely play both of those again.
Definitely want to play Godzilla again. That was great.
Yep. We've been teasing Mansions of Madness for a while.
We've also been teasing some Star Wars games that I'm eager to break out again.
Big box Star Wars
Oh
games.
my god, they're huge.
Yeah.
Giddy.
So yeah, we have some good games coming down the pipeline here. Also want to do some more video reviews. Get some videos out.
Yes.
But currently, Wellhouse Exorcism has a t-shirt giveaway. So we want to make sure that everyone either gets on Facebook or emails us at gamesoboard@gmail.com to get your name in for that giveaway. If you want a t-shirt, a magnet for your car, and a button. And ice trays. Are they ice trays? Something like that. They're molds.
Ice
and
molds.
They
yeah.
look like rune stones.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I've got that right here, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
neat.
we're giving those away right now. So if you don't have a Facebook account, which a lot of our listeners don't, and if you live in the United States, because overseas shipping is insane.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry. Please email us or comment on this video on YouTube. And yeah, we'll get you in the running there. So
Would you say they were cool runnings?
no, I mean we're going into summer. So
Oh,
yeah.
sorry, Jamaica.
I mean those are ice molds.
Well, I'm sorry. I just can't with you right now.
No? You're welcome.
Yeah. Okay, I think that wraps it up for tonight.
Yeah, I think that's about. One last game coming down the pipeline is Expeditions is coming at some point.
Yeah.
In June. So I'm really excited for that one.
Yes.
Can't wait. So other than that, I guess that's
I
it.
think that's it.
I think that's it.
All right. So if you guys like listening to us ramble on and be absolute doofuses, great. And if you made it this far, thanks for your patience.
Is there more?
No,
Oh, okay.
some more awkward silence.
All right, bye everyone.
Bye,
Have a
guys.
great night.
You're destroying the tree.